U.S. Patriot anti-missile batteries and crews have arrived to defend Israel against any more Scud missile attacks from Iraq. And the U.S. round-the-clock air war against Saddam Hussein is now focused on Iraqi ground troops. This is the CBS Evening News. Bob Schieffer reporting. Good evening. As the war entered its fourth day, the United States and its allies tonight reported more than 4,700 bombing missions against Iraqi positions, and they are still counting. For the first time, officials say the air war is now being concentrated on Iraq's ground forces, including Saddam Hussein's elite Republican Guard on the Kuwait-Iraqi border. But it's not being done without costs. The United States said tonight it has now lost a total of 6 jets, 3 in the last 24 hours. A total of 10 Iraqi jets have been knocked out. Also today, the United States rushed those Patriot anti-Scud missile batteries to Israel and will supply the U.S. crews to run them. That came after the latest Iraqi missile attacks on Israel. Well, for the latest on all of this, we want to go first to our Pentagon correspondent, David Martin. David?
Bob, literally within a matter of hours today, the U.S. rushed those Patriot air defense missiles to Israel to help Israel defend itself against Iraq's Scud missile attacks. And at the same time, the campaign to liberate Kuwait has entered a new and bloodier phase as the U.S. begins carpet bombing Iraqi troops.
There has begun a shift from the first set of targets up in the Baghdad area as well as the airfield and air defense complex. And we'll now begin concentrating on the Republican Guard and some of the forces in theater.
The airstrikes are being flown by B-52s, dropping loads of more than 50 500-pound bombs. Attacks that will almost certainly cause horrendous Iraqi casualties.
We'll try to hammer them just as hard as we can. They are obviously a priority target. We're going after them, but they're dug in. They're in armored vehicles, many of them, and so it's pretty tough to get them out, but we think we'll do it.
Despite the carpet bombing, there is still no sign Iraqi troops are pulling out of Kuwait. So American troops continue to move into position for the ground offensive U.S. commanders hope they never have to order.
We're preparing to receive orders to the effect that depending on what the results of the air campaign is, that we may move further to the north.
For the moment, the question of whether American ground forces will be sent into combat has been eclipsed by the question of whether Israel can be persuaded to stay out of combat, despite Iraq's Scud missile attacks. To that end, the U.S. is supplying Israel with the missiles and the crews that can shoot down incoming Iraqi Scuds.
As an interim step, we are deploying additional Patriots out of Europe that will be manned by U.S. personnel. They are arriving in Israel today and should be operational within the next few hours.
The decision to have U.S. troops man the Patriots is an extraordinary step, but it's been taken in view of the unconscionable attacks on Israel.
Bob, the Pentagon says the first of those Patriots are now operational, and if they can keep Israel from entering in the war, they may turn out to be the single most important weapon in the American arsenal.
Thank you, David. David, coincidental to all of that, 2 of the Patriots exploded today, we're told, in Saudi Arabia. Do you have any information on that or what caused it?
Well, there was an accidental firing. The cause of the firing is under investigation, but finding out is a fairly urgent matter because those missiles are capable of shooting down U.S. warplanes returning from missions in Iraq.
All right. Thank you, David. Even with those U.S. Patriot missiles now in place in Israel, it is another restless night for Israelis who've weathered 2 straight nights now of Scud missile attacks from Iraq. From Israel, Tom Fenton reports.
Help arrived from America today in a giant American transport plane carrying the Patriot missiles. They were immediately unloaded and taken to operational sites by the American servicemen who will man and fire them.
Let's do it and do it right.
And tonight, it was announced that they are ready. That's none too soon. Tel Aviv is a city under siege. The terror of Delhi missile attacks is compounded by the possibility that the missiles